Steve Jobs was a visionary. He changed the world with his ideas. He believed in the power of technology and wanted to make it accessible to everyone. Jobs co-founded Apple Computer and led the company to create groundbreaking products. These products included the Macintosh, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. They revolutionized personal computing, music, and mobile communication. Jobs was a charismatic leader, known for his passion and perfectionism. He demanded the best from himself and his team. This drive led to some of the most iconic products in history. Jobs' legacy extends beyond Apple. He showed the world the power of innovation, inspired a generation of entrepreneurs, and left a lasting mark on the world. Steve Jobs was born in San Francisco in 1955. He was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. They raised him in Mountain View, California. Growing up, Jobs was exposed to electronics. His father was a machinist and taught him about electronics as a hobby. This sparked Jobs' early interest in technology. Jobs attended Homestead High School, where he met Steve Wozniak, another electronics enthusiast. They shared a passion for technology, and this friendship would later become the foundation of Apple Computer. In 1976, Jobs and Wozniak started Apple Computer. They worked out of Jobs' parents' garage. Their first product was the Apple I, a basic computer circuit board. The Apple I was aimed at hobbyists and engineers. It was a specialized product, but it showed promise. It showed Jobs and Wozniak's technical skills and hinted at their vision for personal computing. Jobs' vision for Apple went beyond just building computers. He wanted to create products that were both functional and beautiful. He believed that technology should be easy to use and aesthetically pleasing. The Apple II was launched in 1977. It was a game changer. It was one of the first commercially successful personal computers. Its user-friendly design made it accessible to everyone. The Apple II featured a color display and a built-in keyboard. It could be used for a variety of tasks, from word processing to gaming. Its popularity helped to start the personal computer revolution. The success of the Apple II made Apple a major player in the tech industry. It also made Jobs a millionaire before the age of 25. Section 5, Challenges and Departure, a time of transition. Despite the success of the Apple II, Apple faced challenges in the early 1980s. The launch of the IBM PC brought increased competition. Internal conflicts within Apple also created tension. Jobs' management style was often described as demanding and controlling. This led to clashes with other executives. In 1985, Jobs was forced to resign from the company he founded. Jobs' departure from Apple was a turning point in his life. It was a time of reflection and reinvention. He would use this experience to fuel his next ventures. Section 6, NeXT and Pixar, Forging New Paths. After leaving Apple, Jobs founded NeXT, a computer company targeting the education and business markets. NeXT computers were technologically advanced but expensive. They failed to gain widespread use. In 1986, Jobs bought the graphics group from George Lucas. He renamed it Pixar. Under Jobs' leadership, Pixar produced groundbreaking animated films. These films included Toy Story and Finding Nemo. They revolutionized the animation industry. NeXT and Pixar were important chapters in Jobs' career. They allowed him to explore new technologies and creative endeavors. They also laid the groundwork for his eventual return to Apple. Section 7, The Return to Apple, a second bite at the apple. In 1997, Apple acquired NeXT. This brought Jobs back to the company he co-founded. He became Apple's CEO. He was tasked with reviving the struggling company. Jobs quickly set about streamlining Apple's product line. He focused on innovation and design. He introduced a series of iconic products that would transform Apple's fortunes. Jobs' return to Apple marked the beginning of a new era for the company. Under his leadership, Apple would become the most valuable company in the world. Section 8, The Digital Renaissance, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. The early 2000s saw Apple launch a string of revolutionary products. The iPod, introduced in 2001, revolutionized how people listened to music. The iPhone, launched in 2007, redefined the smartphone, and the iPad, introduced in 2010, created the tablet computer category. These products were not just technological marvels, they were beautifully designed, easy to use, and seamlessly integrated. They transformed Apple into a cultural icon. The iPod, iPhone, and iPad were more than just products. They were testaments to Jobs' vision of creating technology that was both functional and beautiful. They cemented his legacy as a tech visionary. Section 9. The Visionary Leader, Jobs' Philosophy and Style. Steve Jobs was a complex and demanding leader, someone who was both admired and feared in the tech industry. He was known for his perfectionism and his constant pursuit of excellence, always trying to push the limits of what was possible. He could be inspiring and charismatic one minute and very honest and critical the next, a combination that kept his team on their toes. Jobs' leadership style was not for everyone. It was intense, demanding, and often unforgiving. But there's no denying that it was effective. His methods, though sometimes harsh, brought out the best in his team. He pushed his team to create products that were not just good but great, products that would last and change industries. He created a culture of innovation and a passion for design, encouraging his team to think differently and to always aim for the extraordinary. Jobs' leadership philosophy was rooted in his belief that the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. This belief was the foundation of his approach to leadership. He challenged his team to think differently, to push boundaries, and to never settle for being average. He believed that innovation came from challenging the way things were, and that true progress required a willingness to take risks and see failure as a step towards success. Section 10. Legacy and Inspiration. Jobs' Enduring Impact. Steve Jobs passed away in 2011 at the age of 56. His death marked the end of an era, but his influence continues to be felt. He left behind a legacy of innovation and inspiration. Jobs was not just a tech visionary, he was a cultural icon who changed multiple industries. He showed the world that technology could be beautiful, easy to use, and transformative. From the Macintosh to the iPhone, his products set new standards for design and how they worked. Jobs' impact goes far beyond the products he created. His vision and leadership have influenced many aspects of modern life, from how we communicate to how we entertain ourselves. He inspired a generation of entrepreneurs and innovators. Many of today's tech leaders say Jobs was a key influence in their careers. His words and actions continue to motivate people around the world to pursue their dreams and to make a difference in the world. His speeches, especially the one at Stanford, are still widely quoted and shared. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. This quote has become a motto for many trying to live authentically. This quote, among many others, summarizes Jobs' philosophy on life and work. He believed in the power of individuality and the importance of following one's own path. It's a reminder to live with purpose, to go after your passions, and to make the most of every moment. Jobs' life is an example of the impact one person can have when they follow their passion and stay true to their vision. Section 11. Conclusion. The man who changed the world. Steve Jobs, a name that means innovation and creativity. Steve Jobs was more than just a CEO. He was a pioneer who redefined the limits of technology and business. He was a visionary, a leader, and an icon. His ability to see the future of technology made him different from everyone else. He changed the way we think about technology. From the first Apple computer to the revolutionary iPhone, his innovations changed our daily lives. He made it personal, easy to use, and even magical. His products weren't just tools, they were extensions of our creativity and imagination. Jobs' legacy is not just about the products he created, it's about the culture of innovation and excellence he instilled in his company and followers. It's about the impact he had on the world. His vision went beyond technology, influencing design, entertainment, and even education. He showed us that anything is possible if you have the courage to dream big and the determination to see it through. His journey from a garage startup to a global empire shows his constant pursuit of excellence. Jobs' story is an inspiration to us all. It teaches us the value of perseverance, creativity, and the power of thinking differently. It's a reminder that one person can make a difference. His contributions have left a lasting mark on the world, proving that innovation can come from anywhere. It's a call to action to pursue our own passions and to leave the world a better place than we found it. Steve Jobs' legacy challenges us to think big, act boldly, and never settle for anything less than extraordinary.